John chapter 4 tells the story of Jesus. Jesus has been traveling, he's been preaching the gospel, he's been thrashing demons, he's been healing the sick. Now he's tired, he's sitting by the well. As you know, if you follow the gospel closely, you would know Evangelia, all the stuff that comes with the gospel. But it's really a beautiful thing, it's a beautiful mess, it's a beautiful thing. Jesus is sitting by the well, he's tired. And he sits there, a Samaritan woman comes in to get water, to fetch water. As she comes in, Jesus is sitting there. Jesus asks this woman for water. And this woman is not willing, she's very reluctant to give Jesus this water. Jesus is like, woman, if you knew who asked you for this water, if umazi lo muntu ucela lamanzi, kahle kahle awundazi siz hawungicilisa inhle neyawusi. If you knew that I'm a giver of the life-giving waters, you would have given me. So Jesus is having this encounter with this Samaritan woman. Jesus asked her to bring her husband, and she says, I don't have a husband. Jesus is like, you're right, you don't have one. You had 5, and the one you're living with now is not yours. The woman, if you look closely to the time that she comes to fetch water, it tells us something, it reveals something. She comes at noon, which is around 12. If you grew up in Makaya, if you grew up in the rural areas, you would know that's not the time to go and fetch water. The woman Amakaya would go in the morning while the waters are still clean and quiet to come to go and fetch water, but she comes at noon. This woman, having had 5 husbands, I would assume this one has been abused emotionally, this and otherwise. This one has been called names, this one has been discriminated. Really, her self-esteem is not very high right now. She's been a talk of town because she had many husbands and it didn't work well for her. Now she comes at this time, I would say she's discriminated and she's avoiding other women, or other women are making her a laughing stock. She doesn't want to get involved with other women. She's alone at this one. She's very lonely in life. Now she has this encounter with Jesus, the encounter that will change the whole life. She comes to fetch water, but really she came to fetch her life. She has this encounter with Jesus, and then she goes back to town. She goes preach the gospel. She go witness the gospel, telling people, come, you gotta come and see this Jesus. There's this Messiah who saved in Biloyam. There's this Messiah who we've just changed in Biloyam. He's the Messiah. He's the wonderful God. She came to fetch water, but she had a destiny with Jesus. She had a meeting with Jesus. She had an encounter with Jesus that would change her course of her life. She came to fetch water, but in reality, she came to fetch her life. He's the Messiah, he's the Savior. Shalom.